Hey all, Brandon, Senior Editor at Carryology here, and I'd like to welcome you to this year's annual Carry Awards, where we show off and commend this year's best of the best. Today, we're walking through one of my favorite categories, Best Sling. These are your daily grab-and-go small single-strap bags for essentials and then some. Now, before we dig into our finalists for this category, here's a quick primer on how things are rolling out this year. First and foremost, these are the very best products chosen by our editor and contributor team. Every single piece of gear here is worthy of your consideration and is at the absolute top of its class. We've used and tested each piece of gear over the past few months, and at the end of this video, we'll share our top 3 choices. 2 highly commended and just 1 champion. We still want to hear your voice as well, so we want to award 1 bag here with our Reader's Choice Award. Just cast your vote for any of the finalists showcased here in the comments, and in several days' time, we'll compile the vote and award the community's favorite. The first finalist is the Chrome Sabin 3-liter sling. Now, this is a 400D recycled crinkle nylon, as you can tell by that finish. Comes in a few different colors. There's also a black. This is one of Chrome's first true forays into everyday carry where they're typically more focused on bike carry. On the main compartment, you have a little mesh pocket on the back side and a split mesh pocket on the front. And there's a little pen loop on the inside, or for a small flashlight. The entire new EDC line by Chrome has this little plastic rubber flap on the front. I've used this for a few weeks now and haven't really noticed any wear or anything on it, and I've really enjoyed using it as well. The strap, while you can wear this around the waist, does have a slight upward angle to it that makes it easier to crossbody. The back hidden pocket does have some padding on the back wall for against your body carry, so you don't get any hard edges jabbed into you, and a side release buckle with Chrome's logo. Chrome bags usually have their seatbelt buckle, but I think for everyday carry, those are a bit much and can be a bit heavy too. So I think this is a much better solution. This is the Chrome Industries Sabin 3-liter sling. Next up, we have the Wotancraft Sling Pouch 3.5 liter. I originally reviewed this bag for Carryology about a year ago, and I've been using it pretty consistently ever since. I really like Wotancraft's design language, and this sling is no different. Front pocket, a good place to stash your phone and some small essentials. Similar to the Pilot series of crossbody bags that Wotancraft designs for camera use, there is a pass-through on the front. You can stash a small jacket in here, an umbrella, or even a small water bottle. And inside there are 2 hidden mesh pockets on either side. The bag is a proprietary 500D Cordura. Some older models do use a wax Cordura, where the newer models have a heavier water repellent finish on top. On the top side, there is almost a shelf-like compartment. So this is the entire lid. This is where I kept things that I was accessing all the time that weren't flat for the front pouch. So things like my earbuds. And the front compartment does have a little bit of a flap on it. And on the inside, you have a couple split pockets on the rear. It's a nice, slightly padded air mesh and nice space on the inside. You can easily carry a mirrorless camera in this bag, especially with the prime lens. And a waterproof zipper on the back side for a tablet, e-reader, anything else you need to get about your day. And the nice Wotancraft leather red strap adjuster is a really nice touch. This is the Wotancraft Sling Pouch 3.5 liter. Next up, we have the Arc'teryx Granville Crossbody. This is a bag I've used quite a bit over the past year. I've taken it kayaking, I've taken it to the beach, and it keeps all of my pocket dump essentials pretty dry. Back panel does have some molded mesh on the back. This is nice when you're at the beach, maybe you're not wearing a shirt and this is up against your actual body. It makes for a much nicer up against your body feeling than the AC2 fabric that Arc'teryx is using on these bags. On the inside, you'll see there is seam tape construction all around, and on the back side is a nice stretch nylon pocket and a key loop for things you definitely don't want to lose when you're grabbing your phone out. The strap itself is removable, so if you want to use this as a just water-resistant pouch, or you just want to use it with a different strap, that's up to you. That's totally possible. This is the Arc'teryx Granville Crossbody. Next up, we have the black Ember grip sling. I know the size is pushing it for a sling in this category, but it is a sling. You can wear it crossbody. So to start off on the front, we have a AquaGuard zipper with a few padded slip pockets in the front. This is where I've stashed an e-reader or my phone. And there is a magnetic key loop in this front pocket. The zipper pulls are really nice and easy to grab, especially with gloves on, and they don't jangle. Carry handle on the top. And you'll see right now I have a camera cube in here, but we can take that out. This camera cube is really great for carrying a mirrorless body and 2 lenses. You'll see it compresses pretty nice when that camera cube isn't in there. And if you're familiar with Black Ember, you'll see a lot of the common design language in this bag as they do in their backpacks. On the back wall here, you have a tablet sleeve with a magnetic closure. It's pretty nice. Makes it really nice and easy to grab your tablet out while still keeping it protected. And on the front wall, you have pretty standard open zip pocket. Now the grip sling, like a lot of other Black Ember bags nowadays, uses Cordura's new Recore fabric. We're huge fans. It has a really nice sheen to it. The hand feel is great, and we think it looks really good. Black Ember also has these proprietary PALS-like attachment points on a lot of their bags. This is no exception. So you can use some straps that are purchasable from Black Ember to attach here and to the bottom straps here to hold a jacket, a bigger water bottle, or a tripod. The strap does look like a typical messenger strap, but that's just how I have it set up right now. You can run this crossbody no problem, and you do have some proprietary hardware up here, which makes it really nice to carry at any angle. This is the Black Ember grip sling. This is the Bellroy Venture 2.5. This has been my go-to carry every single day for the past year. It's what I keep by the door. I keep my keys in here, my earbuds, and everything else I want for my day. Sometimes I can even slip a compact camera in here. Front pouch has a really nice divider. Bellroy has integrated this design into a lot of their bags, and it's one of my favorite features in recent years. That center divider is a really nice way to give some division to a voluminous compartment, and I really like that this front compartment does have its own volume. And there is a key leash in here if that's your thing. The main compartment has a stretch sleeve on the front, like you do see in most of the Venture line. I typically stash my sunglasses here without a case because I'm a heathen. Good amount of space on the inside. This is where I would stash my compact camera if I'm carrying it for the day. And the back wall is pretty densely padded. This is a great place to stash a phone, but for me, this is where I stuck my wallet. And on the back wall, you have a slightly hidden compartment. No organization inside, but this is a great stash area for a mask, a battery, anything else that's a bit slimmer. One thing I really enjoy about most of Bellroy's slings is they have this auto compression system built in that you just don't have to think about. So when this is stuffed full, pulling these two, when it's on your body, compresses the bag as much as it's gonna go without applying too much tension to yourself or the bag. Big fan of this, especially the really luxe webbing. This is the Bellroy Venture 2.5. Next, we're throwing some leather into the mix with the Grams 28 Cities Pack 154. Now, I was pretty surprised when I got this bag. I'm not typically a big leather bag user, but I've been using this for some travel. It's a great in-seat bag on your airplane, and I'll show you why in a moment here. But the first thing I do want to point out is this stamp on the front of the bag and on all Grams 28 bags. This code can be tracked to the tannery and a bunch of other information about the bag. In this case, the 1 is the category, the product is the 54, this is the City Sling 154, the 09 is the tannery, the material is the 02, and the 039 is the location where it was tanned. So this is all available on Grams 28's website, so if you get a bag from them and you're wondering what this number means, you can just go look it up. Now, under the front rain flap, we have a open dump pouch. The leather is really nice and thick, so you shouldn't have to worry about putting some sensitive things in here. We'll go to the back before we go to the inside. Nice grab handle on the back, which is nice for a sling this size. Pretty slim dump pocket on the back. Now let's get to the inside where I think most of the magic is. Water resistant zipper here. And I do really like the angle that the zipper was built in it and how this opens. So you can see the whole lid kind of dumps forward. Here is looking down into this sling. Let's look at it from this way. Top here, we have a key leash and a tablet sleeve on the back wall. This will fit an 11-inch tablet, no problem. That's what I typically carry in here when I'm carrying a tablet. Right behind that is almost a shelf pouch. So it stops pretty close down, maybe like right here. I found this a great place to carry my earbuds, maybe sunglasses in a pouch here. Keeps it a little higher in the bag so it's easier just to grab out really quickly. And that little magnet at the top does keep things pretty secure. Little slip pocket with a couple compartments in there. You can keep your business cards in here, a small card wallet, other smaller items, maybe a pocket knife or a flashlight. That same stamp that is on the front of the bag is also here on the inside of the bag, and this is open top so you can keep a business card in there. Around to the front, I really like these leather appointed pouches. Adds a nice premium feel. We have two static slip pockets there and a little smaller one off to the side for a pen. And what you can see way hidden down here on the side is an AirTag pocket and some extra storage on either side of this bag. I really like these side pouches on most slings, especially ones this size. It takes typically unused space and just adds another element to it. This is the Grams 28 City Sling 154. Next up, we have, in my opinion, the prettiest bag in this year's lineup, Porter Tanker Envelope Sling. This is made in Japan with Porter's new tanker fabric, made with 100% plant-based nylon. I've handled the old tanker stuff and the new stuff, and physically you cannot tell the difference. This stuff is just as luxe as the old Porter materials. You'll see a lot of familiar design language in the entire Porter tanker lineup. Snaps here with their signature orange material. That front pouch has a hook and loop closure. Great place to stash your phone. On the inside, you have a little sleeve on the back wall, and in front of that, you have the main compartment. You can probably see why they called this the envelope bag. On the inside here, 2 slip pockets on the back wall, and thanks to the snaps, you can kind of keep those open without really worrying about your stuff falling out. That way, when it's in use, you can just pop this open and get to your gear. And I really love the bright, bold labels on the inside. This is a classic design for a classic brand. This is the Porter Tanker Envelope Sling. The final finalist is the Packolab Samurai. This has been a community favorite this year, which is why we knew we had to include it. These are made in Ukraine by hand, so you do have to get on a wait list if you're looking for one of these. Keep an eye on their Instagram to get on board with that. And because these are made by hand, you do get to pick and choose some features about the bag. Definitely the materials, and there are a few other things that I'll walk through. On my Samurai, I chose to have an AquaGuard zipper on this front pocket. This is a great place for your phone or a small compact camera to keep it out of the elements. On the front here, I went with these bungee cords. I am able to very easily keep a small water bottle on the front or on the bottom. The other option here is a flap. So if you want a more dedicated front carry, you can ask them to put a flap on the front that's closed by some side release buckles. And that's definitely a more integrated way to carry something on the front of this bag. This is just what I chose. Side stretch pockets have a key loop in them, at least on this side. I kept a little gear wall in these, and when I wanted to carry less, I was able to carry the very small memo bottle in these as well. Handle on the top for a sling this size. You'll notice in the photos, this appears to be a really chunky, thick sling, but it's really not. This is about 1.5 to 2 inches here. It's actually much smaller than it seems in a very good way, in my opinion. The main compartment also lets you have some customizability when you chat with the designer. I chose stretch pockets on the back wall, as you can see there. I also chose this coyote Dyneema, as well as a black Dyneema for my exterior. So these stretch pockets are great for a card wallet, a pen, a pocket knife, a flashlight. And I went with a very similar approach to the front of the bag. You do have a sleeve here for a tablet, e-reader, anything else. Same on the back wall. And it's very easy to fit a mirrorless camera in here, especially with the prime lens. On the back side, you do have one more slip compartment. And another place you have an option is in your strap attachment. So I went with a Fidlock V-buckle with an angled, dedicated crossbody strap attachment. There's also an option for wings with a hinge attachment if you are looking to carry this more around your waist. If you're gonna carry crossbody, this is the setup that I personally recommend. This comes in at 3.5 liters, and this is the Packolab Samurai. So now that I've introduced you to this year's finalists, I want to introduce you to this year's highly commended bags. Remember, there are 2 highly commended bags and 1 champion. The first highly commended bag is the Grams 28 154 City Pack. Congratulations to Grams 28. This is a really out-of-the-park sling. I've loved this thing. I've taken it on airplanes. I've taken it to the car dealership while I was waiting for repairs on my car. This is a wonderful sling. I really like the materials. They've done a great job creating something truly unique. Our next highly commended bag is the Black Ember Grip Sling. Congratulations to Black Ember. This is a really wonderful bag because it blurs the line between something that is actually a camera bag and something that is just really comfortable and great to use day to day as well. Congrats again to Black Ember. And this year's champion, the Packolab Samurai. This bag has been so hyper popular in our community that this felt like the only option for the champion this year, and it truly deserves it. Packolab has done a truly outstanding job as a one-man operation, creating one of the most unique bags on the market today. Congrats again to Packolab, you deserved it. Congrats again to all of our finalists, and now it's your turn. From this list of finalists, which do you think deserves even more recognition with our Reader's Choice Award? Tag them in the comments below and check back in a few days. Make sure to check out the rest of this year's categories on our channel, and thanks for watching.